So let's shift gears for a little bit here and talk about a blog that you recently wrote, and it was really calling into question the whole healthcare debate. And I don't mean to get into the whole politics of this at all, but
Right.
let's just talk about the healthcare issue as it stands today. This current law, it's law now. And what does it mean for managed service providers? Is this going to be a resurgence of interest in managed services because people can't do things in house? Is it going to mean electronic medical records are going to be, suddenly the fad? What are you predicting, if you want to predict something?
Absolutely. I think that there's a couple things. I mean, for managed service providers, and specifically some of the big ones like a Perot or an ACS, they've already positioned themselves around the HIPAA compliance. So they've got a vertical very focused on healthcare, helping people with records management, things like that. But now with this new healthcare reform bill and law, as you properly put it, there's really now the opportunity for many of the regional hospitals and the local hospitals to try to step in and try to really gain some we'll call it cost efficiencies. And if you look at just at the highest levels of this bill, one of the things that the whole bill is banking on is saving a lot of money in terms of building efficiencies. I heard a statistic. It costs less than a penny to trade a stock in terms of the cost of the transaction, and it can cost 10, 15, 20, $30 to just transpire one medical record. So a lot of what the administration is really banking on is building efficiencies. Well, let's face it, IT staffs in hospitals and regional healthcare providers are maxed out. They can barely handle the tasks they have today, never mind really building efficiencies into the system. So I think that's a great opportunity for managed service providers to step in there and take the knowledge base that's there and really verticalize it around around healthcare. I think that's one of the best ways for a managed service provider CEO to take advantage of this bill.
So are you? I'll ask you to go out on a limb here. Do you think this is going to produce more healthcare specializing MSPs, or do you think it's going to stay the same?
I think it's definitely going to do two things. One is it's going to create some new players, but I think it also is going to take some of the existing players and allow them to really retrain their people and get this vertical really, the healthcare vertical, build some expertise in-house. Because again, you really have to look at just your local hospitals and the IT staff within their local hospital. They're excellent at what they do, but they're not proactive. They just don't have the cycles to do that. And here's the opportunity for a managed service provider to come in, take some of the burnout off the IT staff, and then save money for the organization. So I think it's a great opportunity, and I think there will be new players, and I think it's a great opportunity for existing players.
So, Gene, that brings up a whole nother topic for our next video interview next time, which I think has got to be on the minds of a lot of MSPs and a lot of health professionals out there, and that is not just electronic medical records, but in general, the whole storage of data and the disaster preparedness of these small healthcare provider offices. How sustainable are they, to disaster? How quickly can they get back up and running should disaster or power outage, whatever, hit them? And I think something tells me you'll have a lot to say about that issue next time.
Yeah, we look forward to it. Absolutely.
Gene, thank you very much for spending time with us.
Great. Thank you, Charles. I appreciate your time.